Hello, it's Mike Levin in Inwood, New York City, getting ready to really delve into one of my work from home Fridays. There'll be an experiment because I'll be working from home for the first time in a long time. I have my 50/30 little office until the end of this month, but I moved myself out last week really in anticipation of having a time crunch and wanting to just get it out of the way. So this week at home, in a little area I carved out for myself, I sort of Cecil-proofed it, and if I closed the bedroom door I could actually maybe focus for a while, being that no one else is around. And so that's what today is experimentally about, and I'm getting my morning coffee, and I thought I'd articulate the problem that Pipulate solves, the itch that I'm scratching, such as it were. I'm reading the Cathedral and the Bazaar, so I'm inspired by the writer's open source advocacy and the way he frames the driving forces of open source, or free and open source, or however you want to call putting out software for the love of it and for scratching an itch that you yourself have, and there is not a solution in the marketplace that adequately addresses it. So that's what I'm doing with Pipulate, and that's what I've done with all the systems I've written before it, of which there were aplenty. Pipulate is just the latest, and I think the most important, in that it articulates a working environment where you interact with data to carry out investigations, sometimes on an ad hoc basis and sometimes writing the Python formulas to support it. And then you do your investigation with your newly written function, and if that turns out to be a fruitful investigation and you find out something that gives you a competitive edge in the industry, then what you do is you schedule it on a recurring basis so that it converts it from an ad hoc investigation into a data monitoring task that can call things to your attention if they go out of whack. Like if optimizations you had a client carry out and perform somehow got removed, such a system would alert you to that event, because you could have things that call up daily graphs for you, email you the output of charts. And this thing here is what's making the noise. The other half of our 215 street steps are being worked on. I'm actually walking up the half that have recently been completed, and it's really a pleasure. But anyway, how to wrap this up. The purpose of Pipulate is to carry out investigations within a spreadsheet environment where people feel most comfortable interacting with data, and if they discover something, they can take their discovery and turn it into an automated data alert or monitor, which I'm currently using to track the gradual rise of my YouTube subscribers from where they were to where they are now currently at about 4,500, and I'll be passing that 5,000 mark any week now, and maybe I'll spend these Fridays at the YouTube video production facilities, which that fact unlocks, and that will certainly change the I guess the nature of these videos, and you can tell me which you prefer: the raw slick edited stuff that I'll learn how to do, or this really raw walking through the neighborhood here where I live while I get my coffee and just talk into the camera and give you some insights. So I'll be curious to know, and I'm back home, so time to get to work writing my mobile getting functions. Thanks for joining me. Hope to talk to you soon. Don't forget to subscribe.